the biggest challenge, and it's the biggest challenge to the smaller nations really, and the fact that the day that has been taken away, obviously, you know, it would have previously been Friday, Tuesday, you would have played consistently. You know, I'm a fan of the fact that there is this week of football where international football's on every night, but equally I think that it is a tough challenge because, I mean, Jacques can probably change 8 players in his team and not necessarily weaken his team. I unfortunately don't have that luxury, so I'm going to have to, you know, be very selective, and we have to look at the players how they are physically. We knew we'd go with a different approach. Tactically it'll be different. There'll be different players in key areas, and we could make, you know, as many as possibly 5 or 6 changes to the team that played tonight, and so that will obviously help us in relation to how the players are physically. I think if you look at the game tonight, I think at one point the possession statistics were 80-20 in favour of Germany against the Czech Republic. So we're under no illusions what type of game it's going to be. We played obviously Germany recently in the Euros, so we know what type of game it's going to be as well. I think that is a big thing in our favour, is that there'll be no surprise element to us of how tough this game is going to be, none at all. And so I think the players will be ready, and that based on the fact that they faced the German team in the Euros, who probably hit top gear against us in the Euros, and probably now, I think if you look at their opening 2 games, are reacting to possibly not having won in France. You know, really, I felt they were the best team in the competition, and they slipped up really in terms of how they went out of the competition. And you know, we have to be ready for that kind of backlash, because I think they've started this qualification game campaign in a different mindset than possibly they did for the Euros, where they dropped points against teams that I think they wouldn't normally do that. Well, the players, first of all, that didn't play will train when we arrive in Germany. So yeah, I mean, the subs and the players who didn't start the game will train. So we'll get a bit of work into them. We'll probably do a bit from a team point of view in terms of looking at the German, looking back at our own game. We obviously tactically how Germany will, you know, take ownership of the game, where they will, you know, basically pin us into our own half. We know all of those things are going to happen in the game. It's how we deal with it, how we shape the team, where we can put key people in key areas to try and maybe nullify some of the German threat. But one thing I found about this German team is when you do start to possibly nullify them in one aspect, is they then start to hit you with another problem. You know, as soon as you try to solve something, there's another problem exists, and that's down to the quality of the player that they have. And you know, tactically, I think they've really evolved, and as I say, that they're able to basically, you know, just pin you in with possession of the ball, and you know, the players will expect that. So we spend most of our time will be possibly looking at video and you know, reflecting on the game in Paris, and obviously trying to possibly do things slightly different from we did at Paris.